We are not a militia. If you look closely, we are wearing sweatpants. Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. Today I have an update for you regarding our video yesterday about a group of men that were marching through a subdivision in Cebu, Philippines. Here's the latest on that story. The religious group involved in the viral marching video taken last Tuesday in Barangay Tubod, Minglanilla, apologized to authorities for the alarm it has caused. Originally uploaded to Facebook, many were questioning the foreign nationals dressed in black marching through a subdivision in the barangay. Minglanilla Mayor Rajiv Inat said that there were about 60 young and able-bodied foreigners. We asked the police to conduct a deeper investigation, he said. The officers said that they visited the area again and talked with the foreigners involved. Quote, officers interviewed a group of representatives who provided details about the event with assistance from the Philippines Army Military Intelligence Battalion. It was confirmed that the assembly was a religious one in nature. They were citizens of the US, Netherlands, New Zealand, and UK who are part of a religious group called Abayoniam, or Those in Need of a Father. The group follows the Christian Old Testament and members call themselves Hebrews. The 1987 Constitution guarantees freedom of religion in the Philippines, where a majority identify as Catholic. Over 4 million revelers celebrate Sinulog Festival in Cebu City. The leader Derek Curry II explained that they were temporarily gathering at the mountain outside the subdivision due to renovations at their usual place of worship, which is the hotel in Talisay City. Police have verified Curry's statement. Quote, our men gather daily to sing and chant Bible verses. We are not a militia. If you look closely, we are wearing sweatpants, shorts, jeans, and one of us is carrying a drum and a tambourine. We are not in uniform. Not one person is dressed like the same way, explained Curry. He added that they had to walk through the subdivision to get through mountain for their activity. They walked in single file to minimize disturbance. Quote, it was not our intent to alarm or frighten the local residents. We sincerely apologize for any disturbance we may have caused. He also shared that when they learned that people were frightened, they did not go up the mountain again. They are also open to sit down with local government unit to shed light on the incident. Police Major Lianza said they will continue monitoring the area for any similar activities. There's a lot of different opinions. Of course, the comment section yesterday blew up. People, first of all, if you're gonna be racist, get the fuck off my channel. I don't need people like that in this community. Look, man, you're all adults, I assume. You shouldn't care about somebody's skin color. Their actions is a different thing, right? At this stage, I think it was wrong of them not to inform anybody about their marching. It is alarming seeing 60 big dudes coming through your neighborhood, and being a foreigner is like not a rare thing, but not common, obviously, in some places. And then, of course, being black is also even rare. To see 60 black dudes walking through, I'm not gonna be politically correct here to like save somebody's feelings, but people are racist out there. People are unintelligent. People are, where's my water? People are ignorant. They may have never seen a black person in their lives. I'm not saying the people in this subdivision. My point is, yeah, as much as we like to feel there's no racism in the world, but some people do judge them. So I think it was a leader's responsibility to at least try to minimize that stereotype by at least providing some information to the local people that live there. I think that's all that needs to be done. Like, just let people know, hey, we're gonna walk through here. So this is just a religious group, because people not knowing it's like because, you know, the Philippines are Catholic and religion is a big part of the community. It'd be a lot more understandable when you see somebody walking through. Yeah, 5, 10 people, 60 is a lot of people. It's a large number of people. And obviously some of them wearing face masks, gloves, carrying flags. And instinctively, that's like a sign of war, right? Or something. It's not like a normal situation where like you see a bunch of basketball players, hockey players, or somebody in uniform. And so there's a lot of different angles to take on it. I think it's very important to communicate, right? The leader, I'm glad, came out and put it really well that this is simply a religious thing and the reason why they had to do it. I think just walking through subdivision without informing anyone was the only thing that I can see wrong with this. Yeah, freedom of religion, of course. And people making some ridiculous racist, prejudiced remarks in the comment section. Buddy, speak your mind, say your opinion, but if you're gonna directly insult somebody, I don't need that kind of people on the channel. It's the same with my interviews. When I do them, yeah, share your opinion, but if you're gonna like insult my guest on the channel, I don't need that. So I don't want this to be like a place of hatred. There's a whole bunch of channels for that kind of nonsense. We shouldn't care about people's skin color. We shouldn't care about, but we should care about community. We should care about communication. We should care about being like foreigners and tourists in a different country. Also, there was another article talking about the fact that most of them were ex-military from the U.S. military. So there's a connection there too. Maybe they served some time here, they feel at home. This is not a, I'm sure they all have their paperwork in order and all that. It doesn't make sense to come into a country like the Philippines in such a large group and visibly noticeable to try to commit any kind of crime. People do all kinds of weird stuff in their home, like privately. So as long as they're not hurting somebody, I don't think it's a big deal. One other thing is that, yeah, it's better to have like a religious activity. I mean, I don't know what kind of stuff they're doing, but compared to like an illegal one where they're like taking advantage of the locals or, you know, scamming people or some nonsense like that, where a lot of people come out here to do that too. So I understand the concern. I understand both sides in a way that, like, if I'm living there, yeah, I'm gonna be worried, like, who are these people coming in here, right? But if I'm the people that are just peacefully walking through very quietly, I'm gonna probably include at the end of this video so you guys see the full march with the audio on, so you have an idea of like how it went down, just to get some more information, because I think it's important before we start judging people. Initially, a definite cause for concern, but I think now that we know what's going on, people, it's just another group of foreigners, but all hanging out in the same house, I guess. Let's go ahead and take a look at some comments to see what people say. Marvin Phillips says, protesters, peaceful or not, in a foreign country may attract the wrong attention. It is. It's just like, you guys imagine you're like in the US or Canada, and it's not even the same because those countries are multicultural, really, right? The Philippines here, you really stand out as a foreigner. So it's not even really comparing apples to apples. But imagine living in your neighborhood in a group of like new people coming, you're gonna wonder what they're doing marching around like that. Chris said, a shit excuse to cause problems. Their leaders should be investigated for attempting to create a cult. Since it's truly only 2 years old and validity cannot be found, they should be disbanded from public safety. Cult is, yeah, I think that's a concern. I'm not really sure about the specifics of the religion, but because based on the Old Testament, like, do they just take a few words? Because we all know religion is probably one of the biggest causes. People use it to control people. People use it to cause all kinds of like horrific situations, right? And I think younger people, and I don't know, man. I don't know enough about it to have a, but I think it is definitely worth investigating as they're doing right now, because like cults grow, religion grows, and if it's gonna interfere with, and also like tourists, right? I assume they're all on a tourist visa. I'm just assuming based on the age and like, but your freedom to express your religion, that's something that it's in the Constitution of the Philippines, right? But then how do you define religion? Is the religion recognized by the Philippines? At the end of the day, if they want to kick these guys out, they can with all kinds of like reasons, right? I mean, if a country doesn't really have to give you a reason to kick you out if you're not a citizen. Eddie says authorities need to monitor those religious groups while it's still early. They might be disguising as religions or religious group, but with different agenda. We don't want the Philippines to become like Europe. And Rich says, yeah, don't know why they chose to demonstrate in the Philippines. They better get their act together before it gets out of hand. I think it'll be the cause of friction between Filipinos and that group. Bottom line, they were wrong to go ahead with that demonstration without approval of even the barangay captain. That group should keep a low profile, in my opinion. At the end of the day, I think we could all agree that what they did wasn't really, well, I guess you guys haven't seen a full video, but you saw it in silence. It wasn't really a concern that they were walking. It's just the fact that nobody knew what's going on. They had no knowledge. All they had to do is simply communicate, send out an email or a letter or whatever to the whole community saying some people are watching or coming through or something. So people know what's happening. I think the unknown is always scary to everybody. And that's basically it. I can ramble on about the same thing over and over again. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think of the update now that you know what's going on, at least as far as they say, and they've confirmed some of this? Just keep the hate to a minimum, or at least to zero, I'm going to say. If there's any direct thing to someone's race or religion, I'm going to take it off. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream from IT Park. I'm going to try to sit down and do like live date interviews. I'm going to have a chair and try to get somebody sit in front of me. If we reach our goal, we'll go ahead and do like just random dates on the street. I know it's on Asia now. You think of why you're doing that, but you know, I'm too lazy to do it on my main channel. Or should I do it on my main channel? I don't know. So tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to sit down at a cafe. I'm going to bring an extra microphone and an extra chair. And I'm going to see if I can just talk to random people on camera. They can sit across from me and we'll just, you know, talk. Whether they're foreigners, Filipinos, most likely Filipinos, and preferably ladies. And you guys can watch that here on Asia Now. Something different, a little bit light. It should be my day off from Asia Now, probably. I think I need like a day. It's not really a day off, but at least not this kind of content where I'm showing you guys news up to like 10 stories a day. I'm gonna go have a coffee. You guys enjoy your Saturday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Or Sunday.